When you're a student, you are required to undertake a research at one point in life. And so most students find this overwhelming or somehow discouraging. Particularly, tell me this situation where you've gone to the field, you've done your research, you've done the proposal, went for defense, you passed, you've been given approval, you went to the field, collected data, came back, you did analysis of the data, reported, send in for your supervisors to look at, and then it comes to the time of defense. Well, when you're in that room, since we are having different professors or different lecturers in that room, and they all have different perspectives, all they want to know is if you understand the idea of your research. Well, it's fine. You did the proposal, it was approved. You went, collected data, you brought back the report. Are you, as a researcher, able to defend what you have done? Do you agree with the findings that you've got? And if you agree with them, to what extent are those findings significant or good in terms of adding to the knowledge? How different is it? How different is your research from other people's? What the panelists are looking into, they just want to know how much do you understand what you have done? To what extent are you able to defend or to stand up and support, providing, of course, valid reasons based on your data collection experience? How do you support your study? But then there are cases when, let's say, students have gone out to the field, they come back, and probably it's time for you to defend, but then you have no idea of what you're reporting. Trust me, the moment the panelist realizes that you are lost or that you have no idea of what you're saying, that's when they will pick pinpoints of where to get you wrong. And as long as you can't support what you're saying, as long as you can't defend your idea, that's when most students end up calling it quit. Maybe because you finished, but then the panelist says your research is not convincing, or your findings are not convincing. Where they say it's not convincing? Because, well, you've not given them enough evidence as to why you reported what you got from the field. And how is it also supported by previous studies from what you've done? Have you discussed that enough to convince them that these findings or this research is valuable, not just to you, but it will be valuable in practice, particularly in the area of your study? So that ends there, and then you find students go out discouraged, demotivated. They can't just move on, and so they quit. But quitting is not the answer, remember. Even if you fall on your face, you're still moving forward. So you've fallen on your face, just get up, rethink your study, and see where you went wrong. And in most cases, you'll find that it's not in what you have done, but in what you have not done. Think about it, and let's engage in our next one.